Hey guys, we're back for another edition of Herfin Heads. This time we're trying out smoking the I hope I'm saying this right, L'Atelier Extension de la Racine or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Anyway, it looks like Latelier to me, but L'Atelier I think is how you pronounce it. So this was a special edition. A limited edition. It was available exclusively to brick and mortar stores that showed up at IPCPR in 2013. So if you showed up there, you could order it, and theoretically, it's not available to anybody who didn't go to the show. So covering the bases on it, it's 5 7/8 by 52. It's got a wrapper that's Nicaraguan sun-grown Criollo. Wow. 98. I'm not even try to say that again. It's got a double Raptor. Double Raptor. Nice. Yes.
Well, Jurassic Park.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you gotta watch out for the cigars with the double Raptors. That's some dangerous shit. So it's got a double binder. It's Ecuadorian Sancti Spiritus. That's grown by my understanding is the Oliva Tobacco Company, and the filler is also Sancti Spiritus, if I'm saying that right. This time in the filler, it's grown by the Garcia family, and there's some other Nicaraguan leaf in there. So that kind of covers what we know. Also, the MSRP is 925. Uh, yeah, now that we got that out of the way, how you doing, Ben? I mean, I kind of forgot to say hi to you.
Well, with this pilot count, playing Havoc by Sidus is pretty good. Other than that, but not bad, not too bad.
Yeah, you were nearly asleep when I called you up for this. So yeah, so you've had a few of these before, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
This is probably I think it's my third one. I thought I was out, but I had one of these left. I thought it would be a kind of an interesting thing. Now, ordinarily, this being limited like it is, I don't think I would ordinarily want to do it as a video, but I've been seeing it around, and I've seen it for sale online still, and I think people are still getting shipments of it, so I
I,
don't think
well,
it's that rare.
well, I think now the first shipment only went to people that went to IPCPR. The second shipment that came in, now you can order it straight from them and get it in. So normal
Oh.
affiliate accounts, you can get it now.
Oh, okay. So that story has changed. I didn't. Well, the thing is I kind of suspected something was up because the shop I bought it from, Buckhead Cigar, I don't. They were not at the last show, so they had it. I wasn't gonna say anything, but if they're shipping it to people who didn't get it, then
Yeah,
makes
yeah. I think
sense.
that you can get it now pretty
Now,
easy.
now supposedly they're gonna, from what I've seen, they're gonna come out with this guy every year, except it's gonna be a different size,
That's
and
cool.
of course, everybody tells you the translation of the name extension de la racine is extension of the root. Everybody's heard that. Everybody reports that. What I think is interesting, and I think is something that I'm not sure why more people don't talk about, is this Sancti Spiritus tobacco in it, which is pretty interesting. So
Which you've probably heard from before.
what's that?
Which you've probably have heard from before. There's another cigar that uses it too.
Oh yeah, the original line uses it as the wrapper, I believe, right?
Well, the La Verte.
Oh, the Laverte had it as well. Okay, I forgot about that. I know the regular Letelier, I believe, uses that as a wrapper. This uses it as the binder and also a little bit in the filler, but from two different sources. But do you know what that is? Do you know what where the name comes from? What it means?
Yeah, I looked it up a few years back when I did the original review, the La Verte, but I don't remember. No, so I don't. Not anymore.
So it's basically it's let me read this from I got from Wikipedia. It's Sancti Spiritus is a municipality and capital city of the a province of Sancti Spiritus in central Cuba. So it's an area in Cuba. The name of it actually is Latin for Holy Spirit, which makes sense.
Right?
It looks like Sancti Spirit means Holy Spirit, and it's one of the best preserved cities in the Caribbean from the time of the sugar trade. What's also interesting is on Wikipedia I found that Sancti Spiritus was actually the name of a cigar that was produced some years ago by Don Pepin Garcia as well. And the reason for the name is That's let's see, it was Sancti Spiritus province of Cuba is where his hometown of Cabaguan was located, or his
Ah.
home region. So that there's a tie into that going all the way back to Pepin. So it's kind of interesting. So I thought that was interesting, and I haven't seen that level of detail about it anywhere else. So I thought, yeah, it'd be kind of fun to put that out there.
Mm-hmm.
So how's the cigar treating you so far, Ben?
And I love this cigar. I mean, it's got really good flavor. I mean, when we first lit it up, when you first light this cigar up, you get a nice pepper punch right off the bat with the cigar, and it's probably about halfway into it, it fades away, but it's a nice little punch on this thing, and the burn on this thing is great. The draw is perfect so far. I mean, I just knocked my ash off because it was getting a little bit sketchy, so I went ahead and knocked it off, but it's burning outstanding.
So
Construction is really great on
so
this thing.
so sketchy or perfect, would you say, with the burn this time? The ash itself was just getting a little light, or
No, well, it was getting to a point where I think it's going to fall off, and I don't want it to fall on my MacBook, so
oh, okay.
I tapped it off.
Yeah, I've been impressed by the ones I've had so far. This start off like you said, you know, a bit of spice. I don't think I got as much of the pepper and the spice for whatever reason as you did, but it was there. Backed off a little bit. There's been some creaminess. I've been kind of talking, so I've been paying really close attention to it. But I figure we'll have a few minutes here to evaluate it before we come back.
Yeah, it's got a really great flavor profile. Like right off the what I'm getting now is I get a little bit of nuttiness, a little bit of woodiness. I get that creaminess, but which I really get when I retrohale the cigar. It's a lot creamier and a little bit of sweetness when I retrohale the cigar.
It's
But
really
it's
almost sweet aromatic wood to it.
yeah,
Really interesting. Maybe like a roasted nut thing. It's hard to say. It's kind of those flavors seem like they kind of run into each other. It's hard to really separate them.
yeah. So far, a really great start for me.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we should smoke it a little ways further down and come back and talk about it some more.
Sounds good.
All right, we're back. So how's the cigar treating you, Ben?
Well, as you can see, ton of smoke come off this thing. We're about to the halfway point now. It has really good flavor on it. I still get that pepper, and it actually it's really long on the finish too. That pepper, I'm still feeling the ting on the back of my throat right now, but I'm also getting a nice creamy sweetness that I get a lot with the retrohale. But I'm getting picking up a lot of mocha, which we were talking about off camera just a minute ago, and that mocha note to me is pretty dominant right now. Actually, you know, I'm getting a little bit of woodiness, but the mocha note is really the dominant note for me right now. How about you?
I have to agree with the mocha thing. That's in there. I've gotten something that's along the lines of caramel. I get a little bit of the wood that you were talking about, and it's you know, it's something. There's something, especially when you retrohale. It's hard for me to put my finger on what that is. I'm not getting as much of the pepper. I don't know if it's just me today. I know I think I've gotten it out of this cigar in the past, but it's just for whatever reason I'm not noticing that as much. It does finish very woody.
Yeah, yeah. I really like the flavor of the cigar, and it does. It has a long finish. You know, it's something that Jose Blanco has taught me, and it's something. It's about the things of a cigar. It needs to be balanced, have a long finish. This cigar has that.
Yeah,
You know, I mean, it's a really well made cigar.
that it. I'm now I know what I'm picking up. There's just a touch of like a creamy vanilla in just kind of in midway in it, and
Yeah,
there's
which I get both at the retrohale. I don't get it so much. I mean, I get a hint of it when I just get a mouthful of smoke, but when I retrohale, it's when I really get it. But
oh yeah, almost floral too. Very, yeah, it's very, I guess aromatic would be the word I would use for it. It's finish is woody, but it has like a there's a lingering kind of a creamy almost a actually a little bit of, and I think I've picked this up before, almost a little bit of a graham cracker, but also a very
Yeah,
noticeable vanilla, and I get hints of graham crackers out of a number of things that Pete makes. You know, not never
yeah,
strong, never huge, but every now and then when I'm smoking it and I'm just thinking, I'm like, oh, it'll hit me. I'm like, oh hell, that's kind of graham crackery, you know?
yeah. That's a good point because when I was just smoking it, there was something in there that I was kind of picking up, and I was trying to really put my finger on it, and I can't get a lot of nuance because my sinuses are flared up because of the weather down here. But what came to my mind was it kind of talking about the caramel of it, because caramel's got that like nice sweet buttery kind of flavor to it, but I got that kind of a bready note, and which where it comes in with your graham cracker, because when first they popped in my head, it was kind of like a croissant kind of a flavor, you
Really?
know. Yeah, but when you say graham cracker, I was like, that's better. That's a better way to describe the flavor. It's almost kind of like a graham crackery, flavor to it, But that's a lot better of an analogy of what I'm picking up, you
Are you
know.
sure you're not just thinking about breakfast tomorrow?
I was in New Orleans all day yesterday, so
No, that's a good point. Oh yeah, correction time. So, Ben,
yeah.
about the Sancti Spiritus.
Yes. Well, I was thinking what was a La Verte was actually the Pella de Oro,
Yeah.
but I've had another cigar that I could have swore had that in there, but we did a little Google search and really couldn't find what it was. But it's in the core line. We know it's in the core line, but I could have swore there was another one that, besides the original one that Pepin put out, it was the line was named,
Yeah.
Spiritus Sanctus, whatever. But I could have swore there was another cigar that used that tobacco, but I guess not. I don't know. Not real sure.
And you just be thinking about the Relier.
Yeah, that might be what it was. But what popped in my head was what it was a cigar that had to do with Pete or his brother, KC. But I don't know. Maybe I was thinking about the core line, but I could have swore it was something else. But I don't know. Either way,
All right, we're back to wrap it up. Get this in frame here so you can see it. Getting close to the end. I caught up with Ben, and so what are your thoughts on this, Ben?
well, it's for me the flavor profile's changed pretty good. It's got a lot. The pepper has really come back pretty strong, and like we said, it's gotten a lot more woodier. The sweetness has pretty much gone away. I'm not getting that kind of that mocha flavor anymore. I'm not really getting that. Like we talked about the graham cracker kind of a note to it or whatever. I don't really get that much anymore either. I'm just getting a lot of pepper and woodiness now at the very end of it, but it's still pretty smooth smoke. I don't know. That's about all I'm getting on it though right now.
I'm getting, and it's definitely a lot of really involved wood flavor, like a kind of a fairly complex wood flavor with some pepper mixed into it, really up front. But I was noticing as you were talking, the last couple of puffs, I still get a little bit of that vanilla underneath it all. Well, more towards the finish. So there's a little bit of that, but like the sweeter flavors and stuff that it was more like a maybe a chocolate or maybe more like a caramel. Those things like that, the graham things, those finer notes, they seem to be gone at this point. Still really good. I mean,
Yeah,
I like it, but I think that's consistent with what I've always found with this. Is the first couple of thirds of it tend to have some of the sweeter, creamier flavors, uh, and then you kind of lose them at the end as it turns back towards kind of a woodier profile, a little more pepper. But
yeah,
interestingly enough, still getting that little touch, and it may be contributing to that sense of smoothness that you're getting. That little touch of vanilla in there.
yeah,
It's a really good smoke. I like it, and we've been talking a lot, not really focusing on it so much, but I've been enjoying it. So.
yeah. It's a very enjoyable cigar. It's for me. It's definitely a box worthy stick. I love it. I love the cigar. But I pretty much like everything that company that Ateliers put out. I haven't had anything they've made that I didn't really like. It's been really good line all the way through.
I've been impressed with their offerings as well. Yeah, this one I've been thinking about because this is my last one, and I've been enjoying them when I smoke. I've smoked them every time, so I've been thinking, yeah, if getting a box, I mean, and they're not as hard to come by as I thought they were initially. So I've seen
Yeah,
places where I could get them. I may well do that. If nothing else, I'm gonna go back to my local shop and see if they still have some left, and just buy them from there. They're really good. I'm pretty impressed with this. Definitely a box worthy stick if you have a chance to pick them up at this point.
yeah, definitely. And the price is really good on them too for what they are. So you know, under $10 a stick.
Yeah, yeah,
That's a good deal.
yeah. Seriously, I mean, it's hard to really find anything to complain about with it, really. Other
Yeah,
than I wish I could buy them all the time, but they like are coming out with another Vitola of it. I assume this year. At least that's what the word was when this came out. So I don't know what it's going to be yet. I don't know if that's been announced, but if it's going to be a similar blend, I assume that's going to be a hit too. So
I'm sure. I really think Casey Johnson and Dan Welsh and a little bit of Pete in the background. They've really done a really good job with this line.
oh
I
yeah,
think
oh yeah,
they've done really well.
absolutely, absolutely. Well, I guess unless you have anything else we need to discuss before we close it up, I don't think we made any incorrect statements the last time, and if we did, I guess we'll have to stand for now. But
Yeah,
I guess we'll sign off for this time. It's going to be a relatively quick one, I think, this time, which is good.
it's about time.
Yeah, we shut up faster this time.
Yeah, that's true.
Alrighty, guys. Well, thanks for watching. We hope you'll stick around and read some more stuff on the site, and we'll come out with one of these hopefully again soon. Hopefully within a few weeks, maybe a month. Who knows? Hey,
Sounds good.
exactly. And if you want to see us do a particular stick, let us know. Leave a comment, and we'll try to remember to take that into consideration and review it next time.
That's all I can plan.
All right,
Good
guys.
night.
We will see you next time then.
See you later.
Bye.